Hello, you amazing friends, and welcome to our International Networking Zoom, the first one for June 2022. Can you please give the beautiful person next to you a round of applause? So just a big welcome. Thank you for coming in here early, if you're here now. And just a few things. It is being recorded, so keep it all clean and positive. And to those watching the recording, please hit that like, sharing, comment, and also connect with these winners on LinkedIn. The other mention we do is as well is while you're here tonight, if you're having a good time, please take photos and stick it up on LinkedIn. And it's such a pleasure having you with us. Also, to my friends, I just want to say, got a lot of exciting changes going down. Firstly, I'm getting up in about 6 hours to fly to Brisbane or something like that. So I want to be on a plane bright and early to see you winners in Brisbane. And in the meantime, while we're here tonight, we've got the amazing Eileen Avard as our guest speaker. Can we give a big wave to Eileen Avard? We love you, Eileen. In fact, Eileen, did you want to say a quick hello just before we dive into everything and tell us a bit about what you're talking about later, maybe?
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to thank you to Ed for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. What I want to talk about is transitions with confidence, how we can make that next move.
Oh my God, we love it. Can't wait, Eileen. Round of applause to you, Eileen.
Thank you.
That's an absolute pleasure. And Eileen, we obviously rang each other beforehand. We both got red tops happening. There you go. So Eileen, obviously, are you going to wear a red top, Eileen? I sure am, Ed. So there you go. That's what we did. So it's good. You like how I reverse the voices? I've got the high-pitched voice and Eileen's got the deep voice. So there you go. It's called reversing characters. So great having you with us. I was just going to say as well, please use the Zoom chat to keep talking. And like I say, at all networking events, book in a meeting per meetup. That's the way to go with these things. So there you go. Such a pleasure having you with us. We've got heaps more people coming in. Now, I was going to say, so we've got a few of our wonderful leaders with us. I've noticed we've got the amazing Karen Clark. How you doing, Karen Clark? What's happening?
Hi, Ed. Like you, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, and I'll be there, and a few of my mates and invitees and people will be coming tomorrow. So we've got about 47 or more registered so far, which is really awesome. And I had a wee chat to the amazing guest speaker. What's her name? Is it Kelly?
I think so. I haven't met her yet, so it's
well, I did. And we worked out a little bit of what she's going to do and say, and she just asked me some questions around our guests and who they are, and how proficient they are with LinkedIn and things. And so I'm so looking forward to that. Yeah. So I've had a beautiful day. It's been amazing weather here. I hope we turn on the same weather for you tomorrow, Ed.
There you go. And tell us a little bit about what you do, Karen, and can we get a networking tip from you?
Oh, a networking tip. Oh my gosh, I always forget to think about that. Well, I think my networking tip is, like you say, be consistent. First of all, turn up, show up every week if you can. It's about consistency. Run meetings, run your own meetings, run free webinars every week. Consistency is my tip. Consistency is the key. And then also building relationships with people. So like you say, follow up. Do one-to-ones, use your voice to send messages so that you really help people to connect with you and get to know you and understand more about who you are and feel confident about you. No one's going to do business with you if they don't do that.
Oh, beautiful. Love your work, Karen. Round of applause. In fact, going on for that, my suggestion to everyone is book 3 one-to-ones. Like, pick 3 people from this meeting that you resonate with and reach out to them and just book like a 10, 15-minute phone call or a Zoom, because that way you can kick off relationships and do business. So book 3 one-to-ones. There you go. Why the hell not? You're here to network, right? So there you go.
Yeah,
so
and I did have 2. Awesome. Sorry, Ed, on that point, I had 2 one-to-ones booked today from last week or from Monday. And but one of them mucked up their calendar, so she didn't turn up. And that was Margaret. I don't know if Margaret's here tonight, but it's fine. We've already talked about it. And the other one was Christine Bell. Is Christine here tonight? She said she might be tonight. Yeah, so that was lovely. Oh, hi, Christine. We had a lovely one-to-one, and that was really great. It's really great to get, like you say, do those one-to-ones.
Beautiful. Excellent. So everyone, please start booking your one-to-ones. And because you brought up Christine, we have to let Christine speak next. Christine, how you doing? And what are you thinking, Christine Bell?
That I need to unmute. How are you? How are you? And thank you, Karen. It's a great talk today.
Yes, thank you. It was lovely to get to know more about you.
Wonderful. Do you want me to talk or?
Yeah. We want you to
Sure, like you're like this high-end researcher and strategist. Of course,
Yes.
we'd love to hear about what
All
you're thinking,
right.
Christine Bell.
I'm Christine Bell and I'm a customer strategist and researcher. So basically what I do is I help clients really get to know the customers and then create amazing customer-centric strategies. And that's specifically target market strategy, which I'm creating a fantastic workshop on. And I'll be launching, it'll be happening in July and I'm advertising it from next week. But it takes a bit of time to do that copywriting.
Yeah.
It's not that easy. I was like, I can just do this in 1 hour. But besides that, I also work in innovation and I work in customer experience and branding and messaging. So basically all the key areas of your business where your customers have direct contact with you. And I create fantastic strategies that are based in customer insights, doing really great market research that I can teach you how to do it. So that's what I'm all about. And I do free webinars. And every 2 weeks, look out for that on LinkedIn. And what else do I do? Oh, yes, I am creating my online teachable course. And I'm on module 6 out of 7 now. So it's coming, surely, but slowly. And that's all about how you can do your own market research and strategies in your business. So you have a great plan before you spend a lot of money on your product and service and the marketing of it. If you haven't got a plan behind it, it's hard to go to war, isn't it? And win.
And what's happening at our next week? What's happening at our next week networking Zoom, Christine? Something special's happening, isn't it, Christine Bell?
Yes, because you invited me to come on to be the guest speaker at the end. Yeah. And so I think we're going to do a little exercise around your target market strategy and really find out what do we already know and what do we still want to know about our customers that can help inspire fantastic strategies and solutions.
Oh my God, we love you, Christine Bell. Round of applause, Christine. Christine, powerful as always.
See you next week, if not later today.
Oh my God, just sounds good. And a big welcome. We've also got wonderful Amir. Amir's helped us out with our meetups forever. Amir, do you want to say a quick hello to the room and give us a networking tip?
I'd love to. Hello, everybody. I think today I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable and admit something. And that's I've had over the last 2 to 3 weeks some severe IT issues, and I've realized how little I know about other people's fields. So for those of you who've met me already, you realize that I'm a buyer's agent in real estate, but real estate's such a broad field. And a lot of real estate agents, especially the selling ones, advertise, they've got their websites, they've got their call centers, all the kind of stuff that I've never done. I haven't advertised. So I might know how to research a property, how to find, how to hunt, how to negotiate, but I know nothing about advertising myself. So I'm very grateful to Ed and for being in this group for all these resources that you guys have. And most of the people on this call actually have some sort of business online. And I've had a look through some of your social media campaigns. You guys are brilliant, so kudos to you. But my big networking tip is don't try to be a master of everything. Find your niche and be good at that one thing, because the other parts of your business you will be able to outsource. You'll be able to find somebody to spruce up your website. You'll be able to find somebody to do your coaching, to make sure your headspace is in the right spot. But the people in this room are the ones to network with, because we are here to actually action. We're here because we are willing to show up, and you'd see that most of these people are showing up week on week on week, and every time we grow. If you look at my site from a year ago, it's very different to what it is now, and most of that is because of Lassie and Ed. So we're all in the right room, but kudos to you guys and keep up the good work.
Well, we're honoured. Big thank you. And just an honourable mention, one of our wonderful friends who's been on the phone to a lot lately, Wendy Gonya Mendez, is with us. Now, Wendy and I go way back. We originally met in the business chamber scene of Sydney. Now she lives in Fortitude Valley on the hill in the beautiful part of it. And anyway, she's an amazing lady. She's a top marketing consultant strategist, and we don't get her here every day. Wendy, do you want to say a quick hello in this very rare occurrence that we've got you here?
Wow, I'm so glad I made it. Look at you all. Thank you so much for having me, Ed. And I'm sorry I haven't been able to make it before, but it's lovely to be here. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to meeting all these lovely people who look very familiar because I've seen you in LinkedIn somewhere along the line. So it's nice to meet you. Thanks for
And
having
just so I know, you're a marketing consultant and you're a big shot networker in Brisbane and Sydney. Is that correct, Wendy?
Yeah, actually, I'm in Sydney later this month, and I'm traveling backwards and forwards. And yeah, lovely to catch up with you then, I'm sure. Yes, I operate out of Sydney and Brisbane mobile. I've had my business for many years now, and yeah, like Ed said, I've known him for some time, and I do help businesses to get the best results out of their marketing back. And yeah, putting a strategy together is what I do best. So that's what I do.
There we go. That's why we love Wendy. There you go. So I used to be a marketing consultant. I wasn't very good at it. Wendy's way better than me, which is why one day I said, I give up marketing. I'm going to become a LinkedIn networking guy. So Wendy, it's so good having you with us.
Great that you work to your strengths, buddy. Look at you go.
There you go. So Wendy, can you share your LinkedIn link so everyone can connect with you?
Yeah, I think I can do that. Let me just on the different machines. So give me a tick.
Yeah. And that goes for everyone. Please share your LinkedIn links and connect and book one-to-ones with each other.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You know what? If you don't follow through, you won't get much out of it, will you?
Exactly. So round of applause. We love you, Wendy. There we go.
Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. Now we have a bit of an interesting announcement coming up. We've got the amazing Simone Lord on the line, and we've been having a lot of chats lately, and a lot of stuff has gone down in the past few days. So I may as well tell everyone now. So a bit of bad news that turned good. So what happened was Paul Victory offices in Sydney shut down its location. So Victory offices are still going in other states of Australia, but they shut down their Sydney locations because they just lost too much money during the whole pandemic. So it's pretty sad, actually. Anyway, what happened was I only found this out the other day, and I was freaking out because we've got our Sydney meetup on next week, and Simone Lord was our speaker. I didn't want to let Simone down. I didn't want to let you down. So I spoke to my friends in Microsoft and LinkedIn, and guess what? Microsoft and LinkedIn are now sponsoring our meetup. So to let you know, not this Friday, but next Friday, our Sydney meetup is now at Microsoft Reactor Space. So Simone, what do you think, my friend? You're now going to be speaking at our signature event at Microsoft. Does that sound pretty cool or what, Simone?
I think that sounds very cool, Ed, and it's actually just down the road. So for me, who is geographically challenged, that's not too hard for me to work out where to go now. And I loved your video today, giving me very specific instructions on how to get there. So I should not get lost. Let's just say that. But yeah, very excited to be speaking with everyone next week at the meetup at our new location on York Street, isn't it? I think I got that right. York Street. Yes. Yeah, so that will be super exciting, and talking all about a new process and program that I have launching in July in conjunction with Business Growth Mindset and Christian Lavolsi. We are launching a mastermind group kicking off in July. So very exciting stuff happening behind the scenes, and we're going to be talking all about that a bit more next Friday at our meetup. So yeah, pumped to see you all there, all you Sydney siders.
Oh, it's a pleasure. We love you, Simone. A round of applause. And just let you know what I've done is I've just shared screen, obviously, for everyone. And just please, I can't say this enough because I know someone's going to go to Victory offices. It's not there anymore. I know someone's going to do it, and I'm trying to prevent that dark event. So our Sydney meetups, please always check the meetup. We're going to, long story short, we're being hosted by Microsoft Reactor, which is their startup hub. We're also going to be doing a few meetups at LinkedIn as well. And we're also going to be doing a few meetups probably at a IT tech concept called Fish Burners. So for our Sydney meetups, again, please don't just assume, always check the meetup link, because now we've got Microsoft and LinkedIn and Fish Burners working with us. So I've just included the link. If you are in Sydney, come along next week, book in then. But I just want to make it clear, please no one go to, I know someone's going to do it, but please don't go to Victory offices, because it's not even there on the lift shaft anymore. It's like it's been destroyed by the Empire. So there you go. So very excited, and we love you, Simone, which is good. So I just want to say a big welcome. We should take a group photo shortly. We'll definitely have to take a group photo shortly. But before that, I just want to hear some words of encouragement from Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker is an amazing man. He's a top guy. Him and Simone have been both collectively whipping me to lose my weight in their different ways. Simone Lord's more like punch you in the face, and Sean Tucker is more the spiritual guy. But Sean, how you doing, friends? What's going on?
Hey everyone, hey Ed. It's awesome to be here. I literally just got back from Vietnam yesterday, so it was awesome. Got to do some international travel, which not a lot of us have been able to do in the recent couple of years. So yeah, it was awesome. Had to learn how to haggle, had to learn how to lowball. You know, a lot of people trying to rip you off, especially the taxi drivers. So it was lots and lots of fun.
Yeah, I've been to Vietnam and they hate me because I just go full Arab on them. I can haggle way better than any of those losers can. So I just go back to my Islamic Arab nature and I rip them apart. It's quite funny.
I love that. Probably the most exciting part was actually crossing the road, because there's so many motorbikes and scooters that just constantly going, and you know, you just have to walk and just trust that you're not going to get hit. Because as soon as you start making, I don't know, a little bit more pace or slowing down, that's when they haven't predicted your behavior. It's probably when you're going to get hit.
Yeah, whole story there. So Sean, tell us about what you're doing and what you're up to. It's great having you with us.
Well, absolute honor, and thank you very much. So I'm a health and exercise scientist. I help CEOs and small business owners become healthy CEOs and healthy small business owners. I do that by using exercise and health science to quantify their internal health and get them back to being their better versions of themselves in 90 days or less. So if anyone wants to reach out and see how I may be able to help them, I would happily have a 20, 30-minute chat with them, and yeah, let's take it from there.
Beautiful. We love your work, Sean. Round of applause. Keep sharing those Vietnam photos. And interestingly, I watched the film The Full Metal Jacket the other day. So when you're in Vietnam, I just couldn't help but think of Full Metal Jacket. So there you go. I want to say any of the scenes here because this is like a G-rated Zoom call. But I just had this image of you going Full Metal Jacket in Vietnam. I don't know why, Sean. So there you go. You know the film, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's what I did.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket. There you go. Oh, we love you, Sean. It's a pleasure. Now, we're going to take a photo shortly, but before we do, we're going to hear from the amazing Mina Mystery. It's great having Mina with us. So Mina's been doing some cool stuff lately. So yeah, get ready, turn your webcam, get ready to take a photo. But before that, let's hear from Mina. How you doing, Mina? What's going on?
Hi, Ed. Hi, everyone. Very well, thank you. I can pass some sun to you today. It's sunny over here in Cape Town, if you're cold. We are in winter at the moment, but it's quite warm. We're having these strange sort of summer stroke winter days, so we haven't quite hit the chills like you guys have yet.
Yeah, someone was trying to explain to me the other day that global warming has made things really cold, and it didn't quite work on me. Their logic had a few flaws in it, if you know what I mean, Mina.
Yeah, I don't think that would work on me either. No. It's great to be here, guys. My name's Mina, and even though I'm living in Cape Town, I'm originally from London. My business is Evolving Partnerships, and that's also UK, not London-based, but UK-based as well. My role is an NLP and spiritual evolution mentor. The two things I'm ultimately passionate about is helping people's not just mindset, but that mind, heart, and spirit connection. And this week, actually, I've had the pleasure to catch up with two people actually on this networking, Kemi and Bhaskar. I don't think Bhaskar's on here, but it's just really paramount to really network with people outside of the networking, just even for a half an hour or a 45-minute Zoom chat, because at the end of the day, we all want clients because we all run businesses, but building those relationships is first and foremost. And that also comes back to when I work with individuals and clients, is them building their relationships within themselves. So ultimately, it's all about building relationships. And yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, we love you, Mina. Round of applause to you, Mina. And
Thank you, Ed.
I know, so we've got a full screen of webcams on, so we'd be crazy not to do a photo now. So get ready to take a photo. Just, yep, software's working. So lean forward, look into your cam lens, do a cool pose, right? And then we're going to take.
My eyes. It's look into my eyes.
Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Okay, hold the pose. 3, 2, 1. Say smile. Excellent. Good shot. Now, if anyone wants to take a photo, now's the time to do it. So feel free to take a photo right now and pop it on LinkedIn and say, oh my God, I love this Zoom so much. So feel free to take a photo now and stick it on LinkedIn and say, oh, this Zoom's just great. I love Edward, Zia, and Lassie. They're just awesome. Yeah, feel free to say that, which is good. So yeah, just want to say a big thank you. If you've just come in, a big welcome. Can we wave to the amazing Eileen Avad? We've got Eileen Avad. Eileen Avad's our guest speaker, and we go way back. So basically when we get through everyone, you've all had an opportunity to speak or not. We're going to hear from Eileen Avad. It's probably about 20 minutes, and we'll give Eileen the ending. It's a very smart lady with decades of wonderful business experience. I just want to say a big, massive welcome. And also, too, as we're all saying, please book one-to-ones of each other. My advice is book 3 one-to-ones of other people on the call, so you build relationships. It could just be like 10, 15 minute or half an hour Zoom or phone call. So book one-to-ones to keep the business relationships moving. And speaking of business relationships, we've got legendary sales coach David Quinn Watson with us. I'm going to be pumped to see David Quinn Watson tomorrow in Brisbane. And David, what are you thinking? What's going through your very savvy sales mind?
I was thinking, having had 40 years in the financial services industry, Ed, and before that doing a BSc in computer science and statistics and all those good number crunching things, that advertising is a numbers game. But closing the sale is not. It's not about how many people you talk to close the sale. When you're in that situation of trying to close the sale, you want to be sure that the person you're talking to, you want to get to know them really well and spend all the time that you can with them. My tip is not to book up your meetings with possible prospects so that they all happen in the one day, because you may be in a discussion with somebody that's turning out to be really interesting and good, and you know, you're getting excited. But then you've got to say, look, sorry, I've got to close this because I've got somebody else waiting for me. And you're going to lose out. So advertising, you want to reach as many people as you can. But once you've made the connection with those people, be sure to be focused on them.
Oh, brilliant.
So thanks, Ed.
Oh, we love you. Round of applause to David. Very, very savvy. Amazing. And speaking of savvy, I've got my eye on amazing Amy Hammond. Amy is in wonderful Orlando, Florida. What time is it there, Amy? You must be up like super. What time is it?
I'm looking at my clock. It's 6:20 in the morning, which is fine. Usually I'm awake. But usually I'm much more active. However, I'm being very quiet because my entire house, for the most part, except this room and my master, is empty because we're having our floors done. And so there's a huge echo in the house, and I've got people sleeping in the living room. It's just crazy here. So I'm being very quiet. It's great to see you all. So I am Amy. I met you all various different times through Edward and Lassie. And I'm working on with my new partner CEO, Tita, who happens to be a local gal to me here. So I'm really thrilled about bringing her on. But she and I are now going to be building up our intimate body care marketplace, where we will be providing women-owned natural body care products in eco-friendly packaging. And what we find is often a lot of companies, they're very much into natural, organic, and all those wonderful things inside the bottle, but then they miss it when it comes to the packaging. And so we want to take our brand from eyeballs to the doorstep. And when you just to keep engaging with the customer even after they open up the package, which is also something that is missed a lot in the e-commerce, business retail industry. So we've got a lot of things on the horizon to be excited about, and I'm definitely riding that wave.
Amazing. We love you. Round of applause to you, Amy. And everyone, make sure you connect with Amy, which is very good. There we go. And I just can't help but noticing the extremely dangerously awesome Annie Burke. Annie Burke. What's happening, Annie Burke?
Hello. I'm queue jumping because I can see other people have got their hands up. I've had a very exciting week with a lovely conversation, which I've shared as my happy tale of the week, where I had to talk to a dog in spirit, and his mum wanted to know who he was with. And he gave me 2 names very clearly. And then I had to speak to his living dog, and she confirmed that the names were correct and told me that one of the dogs was in fact another dog. And so I had to relay all this information to Mum. And when she read it, she went, holy, and then said an expletive. You can't possibly have known that. Anyway, we had a Zoom debrief catch up yesterday, which is what I do after my consultations. And she explained who all the dogs were and the connections between them, and absolutely phenomenal, but 100% spot on with the names. And she was just blown away. So that's my incredible story for the week. But I'm midway through a virtual Heart and Soul Expo at the moment. I have put the connection in the chat. It's a free event, but people need to click on the link to join the private expo group. And then all the stall holders are delivering Facebook Live sessions throughout the 3 days, today, tomorrow and Saturday. So I've done my presentation today, but I've got one tomorrow at 4:30 Brisbane time on what is animal communication. And then I've got another session on Saturday at 4 p.m. Brisbane time on what animals want their human parents to know. So if people would like to join me, you're welcome to. I am going to try and get the videos so I can do posts of them afterwards. But if you want to come live and interact, that would be lovely. And I've put in the link to my virtual stall so that once you're in the expo, you can just click on the link and go to my stall and see all my products and services. It's a very novel idea. I think there's over 350 people that have registered so far for the event, which is just fabulous.
Wow. So you would you say with the dogs it was a howling success, Annie Burke? Yeah.
I think Karen very kindly shared my post, and she just said, this will blow you away. And like Mum was blown away, and just getting that, the accuracy with the names and then the story behind them. It was just a phenomenal experience for Mum and me. Yep.
There you go. I got to say, keep it up, Annie. Round of applause to you, Annie, and love your work. And yes, now's the time where we open up the floor. And to those who've had their hands up, we'll catch up with you now. So if you want to speak, if you want to say a hello to the room, best thing to do is just hit the hands up key, which is really cool. So in the Zoom reaction bar, you have a hands up key. Just hit the hands up key so it ranks everything in order. If you want to say a quick hello to the room, now's your chance. My big advice to you is be very clear, be very succinct. So, you sound really good. And also too, I can't stress this enough, please book one-on-ones with people. It's a new drive we have with our networking events is encouraging people to book one-on-ones and meet afterwards. So my advice to you is book 3 one-on-ones while you're here, and it's all very, very, very good. And just quickly, Victor has to run. Victor, do you want to say a quick hello before you disappear, Victor? Please unmute and say
I'm delighted. Hi, everyone. I run the Centre for Optimism, and Ed and I had a brilliant event in Melbourne a couple of weeks ago. So my little hint for you all for tomorrow is get rid of the question, how are you, and replace it with something like, what's been the best thing in your day? So I live in Australia, and in Australia, if you say, g'day, how are you? Most people answer, not bad or not too bad. So just think how many hundreds of times that's happened in your life. What a waste of a question. What a waste of an answer. So just pause. Hello. What's been the best thing in your day? The first time you do it, they will stare at you as if you're speaking Swahili, and they don't speak Swahili. So you might have to repeat it, but I guarantee to you, if you do it for 2 or 3 days, it will become an ingrained habit. And as Karen said, it's a great way to meet friends and influence people.
Oh, you're brilliant, Victor. We love you. So Victor, can you share your LinkedIn link so people can connect with you?
My LinkedIn is up to 30,000, so I'm stuck. But I've put in the chat, if anyone wants to join the Centre for Optimism, just sign up for the free newsletter and I'll elevate you to full membership. And I'll put that link in again just before I go.
Oh my God, we love you, Victor. Round of applause to Victor. And Victor, Victor was the guest speaker at our last Melbourne meetup, which is really good. So great having you with us, Victor Burton.
Well, it was
50
super people, Ed.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Love you, Victor. All right, let's go through the hands up. Sandra has been so patient. Sandra, your time has come. Please, how you doing, my friend? What's happening, Sandra? The floor's yours.
Thanks, Edward. Hello, Edward, and hi, everyone. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been trying to, make an aim to come every Thursday, but sometimes I have meetings on Thursdays with a client that I do work in, but I always trying to make it here at least every second week because I love these meetups and it's great seeing a huge turnout. And I've just been working. I'm simply put, a copywriter. I do a lot of copy and content for business owners. I work one-on-one with them to help drive their business. And I suppose, to make it nice and short, my number one networking tip I was thinking was, maybe it helps to just simplify, refine your what they call elevator pitch. I'm not a big fan of that word, elevator pitch, but
I agree. I don't like the whole elevator pitch.
Yeah,
it adds a level of cheapness and inauthenticity to it. I couldn't agree with you more.
And plus it's ironic when you think of it, because when you get into an elevator, well, you could be the exception, Ed. Most people don't really talk to each other in an elevator. So I think how did that come about? I mean, I think it's about, the 5 second or 10 seconds you're in an elevator. But anyway, I've never liked the term, but I suppose, when you're networking or just speaking to people, and especially if you're multi-skilled, you've got many things happening, maybe just keep fine tweaking it and maybe, make it to 1 or 2 sentences. That's my tip, because it can get a bit overwhelming.
Oh, beautiful. We love you, Sandra. Round of applause to you, Sandra. It's a pleasure. We've got amazing Cami, my favourite health coach from London. How are you doing, Cami?
I'm good. So, hi. This week it's the Queen's Jubilee, so we have 2 days off work, which I'm happy about. I can put my feet up and do nothing, and also celebrate the Queen's 70-year in reigns. So that's about London and UK and all that. Awesome. I don't know if anyone's interested in English history and all that. I'm not really. I just watch the news and So apart from that, I'm Kemi from London. I'm all about positivity and just helping people live lives that they're comfortable with and not working for their bosses for a long time. So that's me. So I help women. I do help men. I'm not sexist. So if you're interested, my details are in the chat box. I'll put it again. So it's nice to be here. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, we love you, Cami. Applause to you, Cami. Feel your love and vibes. And the Italian stallion with a glass of wine, Alessia Ronaldo. How you doing, Alessia? And we had pizza last night, and I was thinking about you.
Awesome. I have my glass of wine today, as I said before in the beginning of the meeting. I bought Franciacorta, which is like a champagne, same method to make a champagne. So that's me. I appreciate that you had the pizza yesterday. I hope you enjoyed that.
Really good. It was, we had a Supreme and a vegetarian, but they didn't have any seafood, which pissed me off, but we'll get some seafood pizza next time.
Awesome. Talking about myself, I'm Alessio from Italy. I'm a wine expert and also working on in hospitality industry. And I looking for people who are working in the same field as me. And also, as I'm working some different projects on investments and sustainability, I'm looking for some people who are working in the automotives and also in the renewable sources industry. So I will put the details in the chat box if you want to connect with me. Also, I put my calendar to have a one-to-one with you. And that's me. Thank you very much, everyone, and see you soon.
I love you, Alessio. Big round of applause. Oh my God, Joe Martin. How you doing, Joanne Martin? It's good seeing you. The floor is yours, my friend.
Hey, Ed. I'm awesome and really happy to be here again. It's been quite some time. So great to see what's happening in this group, see some new faces, some old faces. For those of you who know me, I am an indie publisher and I help people get their thought leadership and ideas out of their head onto paper and published in a book. So that's the work that I do. My tip for everybody today is to just say yes. So I have found that the power of yes is something that I guess is cumulative, and every time you say yes to something new, then more good things come. So it's me today.
Oh, brilliant. And Joe, great to reconnect. And Joe's an amazing lady. Round of applause to you, Joe. And please make sure you share your LinkedIn link so everyone can connect with you.
Will do.
Excellent. So we're not far now from bouncing over to our legendary expert speaks tonight, which is Eileen Avard. So we have a big wave to Eileen Avard. Eileen, we'll probably get to you in about 5 minutes. But before we do that, two things I want to do is, firstly, I just want to show you what we've got coming up. Now, firstly, my legendary friends, there's my Windows background. And I can't say this enough. Our Sydney location Victory is no longer there in Sydney. We are at Microsoft and LinkedIn. So please, for all our Meetups, just double check the locations for any face-to-face events. We've got a lot of changes going on. So let's let you know, I'm off to Brisbane tomorrow. So we've got a great event in Brisbane. This Saturday, 10 a.m. Sydney time as well, is also our LinkedIn Influencer Workshop. So if you want to join our monthly workshop and learn all the latest secrets from me and network some great people, click this link right now and book on in. It'll be great to have you with us. And the other honourable mention too is also this Sunday, we've got our International Boss Ladies Summit, and that is over LinkedIn live stream. So you can click here and book in on LinkedIn. So if you go to the Meetup group here and book on in, you can then get the LinkedIn live stream. You can click that LinkedIn live stream link to book. So make sure you join us for that one. And of course, as well, rolling on to next week, as I was saying before as well, my legendary friend, just it comes up on Meetup. Monday, our live webinar Monday, we're very lucky to have the legendary Simon Bowden as our guest speaker. So we're actually going to do a special from a business coach's viewpoint, and we're going to hear some of businesses' thoughts on growing your business. So yeah, come along for that one. Simon's an amazing guy, and he also helps run our Melbourne community as well. So without further ado, there you go. Now, before we bounce over to, and before we go into the expert slot with wonderful Eileen Avard, I just want to say one thing. If you haven't spoken and you want to speak, now is your chance. Just hit the hands up key just so we can get you. So if you haven't spoken, you want to speak, press that hands up key so we can get you. And oh my God, Tessa Jetson, we love you, Tessa Jetson. What are you thinking, Tessa?
Hey, I was wondering why my hand kept coming down because I was doing something else. I don't know what I was doing. And first of all, I just want to say a big thank you to Ed. You're a legend. Since I've been coming, I really wasn't good on LinkedIn, to be honest. I was a Facebooker and doing really, and yeah, it's just been really good to learn everything from you. So thank you. Just want to say a big thank you. And I've been promoting you to all my coaches and practitioners. I sent him a video last night when I was talking about it to everyone. I said, you got to get your LinkedIn up to date. My LinkedIn was so not up to date. So I just want to give a big shout out. So thank you very much. Hi everyone, my name is Tessa Jetson and I'm a National Director with the Neurochange Method. It's the latest in brain and mind science. It's a practitioner program around neuroplasticity, and the program was created out of the labs by academics and professors. Got $500,000 in government funding, so it's based on sound scientific principles. And I actually got started in my role because I went through the program as a client, and I heard back in January 2020. And completely transformed my life. 20 years in self-development. I've done every qualification, NLP, coaching, you name it, I've done it. And I was a high income earner, but my personal life, I had some issues around alcohol and was living a double life basically. And literally this program has changed my life. So now I'm national director, but I also run programs to help people with habits and procrastination using this program. So that's my passion. So thank you everyone for your time.
We love you. Round of applause to you, Tessa. And Tessa is highly recommended. We love you, Tessa.
Thank you.
And oh my God, we've got the New Zealand story, Mark Engstar, with us. How you doing, Mark? What's going on?
Yeah, hi Ed, hi all. I'm a wealth making opportunities educator, and I'm helping startups, and we're just sort of launching a couple of businesses at the moment, working on them through this year, and plan to help other startups next year. So that's something we're doing, and we have opportunities for people that want to advertise their product.
Ooh, we lost Mark there. Well, it's to if you want to earn money, build an opportunity and advertise your product, talk to Mark Engstar. But the poor guy got taken out. So we'll try and get Mark back a bit later.
It's free on me, all right?
I'll say again, we got you back. Please say again, Mark, just the end bit.
I just said cheers, Ed. But,
we love
which other part did you miss? Yeah. No, I was ready to sign off, I think, but
beautiful.
Just as you froze.
Share your LinkedIn link so we get you, Mark.
Yeah, thank you. Or connect on LinkedIn.
Beautiful. Paul Mark, yeah, I've had internet trouble a few months ago. Yeah, there you go. So drove me nuts. Amir, what are you thinking, Amir?
I forgot to say earlier that at the end of this month, I'm going to Queensland. Ooh. And this week has been, with the wind chill, minus 13 degrees in Oberon. So I'm standing there. I recorded a little video that I put on LinkedIn, but it had our first snow. Even though it was still autumn, it snowed. So technically it was only 3 degrees, but with the wind chill, it was minus 13 degrees, according to the Bureau of Meteorology. So I'm definitely looking forward to flying up to Brisbane at the end of this month.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm flying there tomorrow, so I can't wait. This has been nuts. My lips are all cracked and everything, so I'm all got that dry, cold skin going on. It's nuts. Hate it. There you go.
It's been pretty cold here too, you guys. I'm not sure that we're going to be that much warmer than you.
Oh, yeah, it just gets so cold in Brisbane, yeah.
The purple cream.
I mean, we only had about 19 or 20 degrees today.
Oh my God. Man,
and blue sunny sky.
Yeah, what a train wreck. I can't wait till I get there tomorrow. I just need a day out of Sydney just to warm up and get my sanity back.
Let me check the weather forecast for you, Ed.
See if we can thaw you out.
Yeah, and I'll get really drunk at the Virgin Lounge before I fly back, so I'm nice and toasty.
Oh, wow. It's only going to be 21 degrees and fine and sunny.
Oh, Jesus, man. All right. Well, let's move right along. If you haven't spoken and you would love to speak and make fun of Ed getting cold, now's your opportunity. So just put up your hand if you want to speak. Now's the chance, my friend. Just hit the hands up key within Zoom.
Yes.
Oh my God. We're all good then. So what we're going to do then is, if I could ask everyone to mute themselves, with the exception of legendary Eileen Avad, we're going to go to our guest speaking slot. Now, we're absolutely honoured to have the amazing Eileen Avad with us. I've known Eileen for a while, and she is a top coach and educator. So, Eileen, are you ready to go? Because I want to hit the spotlight key, so you should take over everyone's PC. So all eyes are upon you, Eileen.
Thank you very much, Ed. I'm going to... Can I share screen?
Oh, yes, I'll stand by. You can now, so please share screen.
Okay, share screen, yeah. Okay, do slides.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to disappear for a few minutes. So while I, please show Eileen Max, I'm going to disappear for 5 minutes. I'm going to upload our networking post with our photos. So Eileen, are you ready to go? And can I disappear for 5 minutes?
Yes. Yes, very much. First of all, I just want to acknowledge you first before you go away. I just want to say thank you for creating this opportunity for me, and I'm really very grateful. So, yes, So thank you very, very much. Yes.
And just before you get started, Eileen, can we all give a thunderous round of applause to Eileen? Eileen, we love you. The floor is yours, Eileen. Go for it.
Okay, so once again, thank you very much, Ed, and good evening, everybody. So what I want to talk with you today is transitions with confidence. And just before I start, a little bit about introductions about who I am. I have been in business for over 30 years. And in the last 2 years, I've decided to move and really pursue something that I am really passionate about. And that is moving from ambitions into passions. So I've been a business mentor, a community leader, a wife, and a mother. And I love to help people to build their confidence. And it was how I really turned my pain into my passion. And also, when people are in transitions, they go through this major emotional space. And that's what I want also to help people to move from there. So this evening, I'm going to, okay. So questions for each and every one of you. And if you all can just use the chat and then just type on. So I'm going to ask you, in the next 12 or 36 months, will you be expecting change in your life? Whether it is going to be in career, in life, in business, or in health. I mean, some of them are future pace. Or are you currently experiencing changes in your life? If you can just put in your life, yes, 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 whether in which area of your life, whether it is in relationship, in work, in career, or whether you want to retire, whether, or moving in or getting out of one relationship, moving into another relationship. I know I'm just being provocative in asking things like nobody anticipating that kind of change. Good. In all areas, I'm expecting change. So my next question for you is, are you excited about your change, about your upcoming change? Or with concern? Or with worry, or being fearful? Very, very good. Well, yes. No, thank you so much. I can just see all the thing just coming through. Yes. Well, with any change, whether we're excited, we're fearful, we're concerned, whether it is in relations or whether it is in work or in health, any change, we will go through a period called transitions. And when we go into that period of transitions, we trigger major emotions. And when we go through changes, our changes are very much like for the purpose of growth, for the purpose of love and connections, or even just for significance. Somehow, when we go through changes, what we will trigger are some of our core needs. And when our core needs are not fulfilled or our core needs are triggered, it really makes us in a very vulnerable state, because our core needs are, like what Tony Robbins says, our core needs, our certainty, variety. We love our love and connections and our significance. And also we seek for growth and contributions. So those, when we make changes, our changes are in those three areas of growth, love and connections, and significance. But when our core need especially get triggered, our security, something that we always know that we want to go to changes. No, some people are excited about changes, but some people are quite concerned about changes. And there's another area that gets us triggered, is an area where we want change, where we want something different, the things that we seek for opportunity. So when those two things get triggered, we trigger major emotions. I wonder if any one of you may have experienced going through some of those emotions that may cause you to question yourself, whether you're doing the right thing, wonder why you make those changes. I wonder. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Yes. Mm-hmm. So what are our core needs? So what are some of our core needs? Our core need for security, what is it? What is it that we seek the security in our life, and especially through changes? Say, when we are in a state of change, what it would trigger is a change, the financial aspect. What's the first thing, whether you want to change career or whether you want to change relationship? Your first thing that you're going to question yourself is that, how are we going to manage our fund? What about the income? What's the money coming in? That's the one thing that's going to trigger. We'll question ourselves on financial. And in terms of relationship, it's going to question this saying, so you want to make a change. Now, things we are comfortable. Why create chaos? Why? So all these got to be addressed. But the bit that sometimes that causes us is our emotion. How do we calmly manage our emotion? And that's one security needs. And what is that? That our core needs of security is our safety. We want things to remain the same. We want to feel safe. When you change, you create anxiety, you create differences. We want comfort. We want comfort. Why do people want to change? We know things remains good. Why change? So we seek all that. People love their comfort. They love their routine. They love their security. The other needs that we get triggered on is the variety. We want something different. If we keep doing the same thing again and again, especially if we have been a job for a long time, we want something different. So what triggers us in varieties is we want growth, we want more money, we want a promotion. So when we are in that, what will in the varieties is that our needs for options, our need for change. If you remain in the same job all the time for a long time, you get, so you say, I want options. I want something different. Have you ever been in a position like that, where you've been in the job for so long and you just want change? You want the options? Have anyone experienced like that? If they sometimes don't seek that in job, they seek that in relationship. They may go outside and have great chaos, which might sometimes having extramarital affair. That is actually quite a change that they not a very sustainable one. They want change. And then in change, there's challenges. And this is an area that sometimes you can get yourself, how you manage your challenges. If you don't manage it well, then you can get stuck with lots of emotions. And it is in these challenges that you're going to create the opportunity. And like last Monday, I heard Kate was saying, she went, Kate May Jeffrey, she was saying that she went through so much challenges. She was nearly pulling out her hair. But when she navigated that, that's when she created massive growth. So So those, when our needs are met, and that is where we will navigate ourselves properly. But how do we navigate our transitions so that we don't fall off the wayside? How do we manage our emotion? And very quickly, it is through this framework of RPM. And what RPM is really having a clear, knowing your outcome. If you want to make a change, know your clear outcome. Know the result. What's the outcome? How does it know? How does it look like? How does it feel like? How do you want it? Know that outcome. And know why you want to make that change. Why you know your purpose. When your purpose are clear, making decisions are easy. Then it will motivate, it will inspire you. And take massive action. If you're thinking of a goal but don't do anything, it will be only a wish and a dream. And I'm looking at the time. I'm very mindful. I know that maybe Ed is signaling me, so I'm very mindful. I'm moving, so I'm speaking very fast. I hope that you can understand me. Okay. And this RPM, where I found it was really, really useful. I use it and my client use it. And I want to share an example why using this framework is so, so important. I want to share a story of this dear gentleman. There was my husband, who is a very, very successful man, very successful businessman, transitioned well in so many things. Why is it that he encountered transition problem? He's a very, like I said, always a visionary person, and entrepreneurs always know it well. Why is it at the age of about 65, they've done so well suddenly? One seems to be like always loving work, loving business, happy. Then it was in a period of time that I see him that going to work on the thought of going to work on the Sunday, going to work on the Sunday night, thinking of work the Monday seemed to stress him, distress him, they're full of anxiety. And then when you suddenly ask a very successful person, what's the problem? They will say nothing. And yet you see him slowly withdrawing. And if you ask them, was there any problem? Of course, there's no problem. You know, men, when they're successful, they don't tell you they got problems through changes. They deny, they feel the guilt, they feel the shame because it's like they are not coping well. It was one time when I really had to say, what is the matter? And he's saying that you're retiring. He said, yeah, I want to retire, but I don't want to retire. I want to retire, but I don't want to retire. What's the issue? He said, retirement is for all people. All they do is drink coffee. They stop working. Their life is just drinking, getting up at 11 o'clock and they play golf. I don't like that. I don't like to play golf. And for that, the thought of retirement just stressed him. So there are many people who love working, but the thought of doing something else stressed them. So it is not necessarily just the retirement. It could be anything. So when we got clear, what is it about retirement? He said, okay, if you don't want to retire, what do you want to do? I love working. Well, then work. But I said, I don't want work, but I don't want to work. How many of you encounter a problem like this? You know what you don't want, but you don't know what you want. Who has that issue? Yeah, you see, there's a lot of people out there. I don't want, but they don't know what they want. So when we finally got clear that if he loved working, then work. We just define retirement working in a different form. It was in that moment that he got his knowing what he wanted. He said, I can still work, but doing it in a different form. So when the outcome is that I will work, but I'll do a different work than I've done before. And then he said, then I can still help other people. I can do a different types of work. I can help veterans. I can help kids. So then his purpose came in. So you know your outcome, know your purpose. So he continued to have his purpose. And with his purpose, he then take massive action. So using the RPM is having knowing what your outcome, having a purpose and taking massive action. And as a result, he created a different business. As a result, he had more income. As a result, it's about working smarter, not harder. Happy and excited, have his family back, has his wife back, have his another business back, become more energized. Before that, he was so burnt out. So really, if you're transitioning, knowing that you take 3 action steps. And first of all, the action step is having the clarity. When you are clear about your end outcome, your clarity brings certainty, bring you confidence. With confidence, you save you a lot of time. When you have clarity, you can focus. When you can focus, you have the commitment. You can dedicate yourself to the one purpose that you want to do, to the one goal. When you have the one goal and not multiple goals, and really niche it down, you can get to the result you want. And then every step you take is having a purpose. If the thing does not serve that purpose, don't do it. You become intentional and you can measure. With all of that, the 3 simple steps is how you can handle your transitions with confidence, with certainty, knowing that transitions will trigger emotional growth or emotional meltdown. So if you're going through changes for the next 12 months, just remember the RPM. If you're currently going through change, check it through the RPM and have the 3 simple steps. Or if you need help, so I help specifically people who's transitioning in life, in business, or in work, or people who need a confidence building, or who wants to turn their pain into passion, because you may think that you're stuck, but maybe you can use your pain into passion. I know I really sort of raced through. I just want to say thank you. I think I just on that 9:02 at 9:02 time. So if you have any questions, I'm happy for that. But thank you so much for that.
Oh my God, isn't that wonderful? Can we get up for Eileen? Eileen, love your work. That was amazing. I'm just going to go through the comments, then we'll take a few questions, then we'll finish up for the evening. Now, I've got a few great comments, just scanning through them. So Amy is thrilled. Mina loved it. Amir's in the zone. And Amy left a few great points in response to me. My husband is in constant, how can I fix it mode? I'm very much like that too. So I'm always pissing off Lassie somehow. And that's a good thing. I think it's I'm one of those I can fix everything guy modes, and sometimes you just can't. So I think there's a time just to sit in the corner and do nothing. Yeah, Christine Bell's talking about the rite of passage, and yes, just some great shares. So I was going to say great job. Now I just want to say, if you've got a question for Eileen or something you want to put to Eileen, feel free to type it in the comments, or if you like, just to put your hand up and we can hear from you speaking a few times. And Annie Burke has already asked a question. Thank you, Eileen. Can you please repeat just the RPM factors? So Eileen, can you just quickly repeat the RPM factors for all of us?
That is having a clear outcome, which is the first one, the result that you want to get, being very, very clear about what you want. The second one is the purpose. When you know your why, your purpose, you will be able to overcome. You have a commitment, it will become your inspiration, you become your motivations when you know your why you're doing what you're doing. Then finally is your taking M is for massive action. You got to take action. You cannot just sitting there wishing and hoping. You've got to take the action. No actions, will be just a dream. You'll be just be envious, you'll be frustrated, you will be overwhelmed. So know the outcome you want, know your purpose, and take plenty of action. That's our PM.
Oh, brilliant. And Karen Clark's agreeing with that and talking about massive action. And I couldn't agree with you more. I used to be a real loser because I always talk about stuff and never did anything. So I changed and here we are. Yeah, any other thoughts or questions? Feel free to type it in or just stick up your hand and we'll hear from you. Anyone got any questions for Eileen? Everyone's really pumped with you, Eileen. So, and Jessa says, purpose is the key. I was a loser, Karen, but that was a very temporary phase I was going through. So there you go. I was a homeless veteran living in my car. That's another story for another time. Everyone loves your presentation. Now, Eileen, very quickly, if someone listening here loved you and they want to give you money and hire you, how do people give you money, Eileen? What's the deal?
Well, I'm available. I'm happy to have a chat and exploration sessions with you. So I'm going to post my LinkedIn there for a calendar link, say that if they want to book a time for a free 45 minutes exploration sessions, happy to have a chat with them. Yeah. Thank you. I'll put that in the chat here.
Brilliant. So yeah, friends, click that link. So if you love what you heard from Eileen, click that link right now and book one in. So there you go. So just before you go, Eileen, and thank you everyone, can we get a quick closing thought from you, Eileen, before we finish up? Closing thought.
Well, I agree with everybody that networking is all about connecting with people, sending messages, follow up, and don't think that you got nothing to offer, because you never know. Even just a quick tips for them when you're listening to the conversation can just make all that difference. So always have a chat. Never think that you don't have anything or you cannot. Then in the same industry that you can't help them, you never know. Your little tips could be just the thing that, the message they've been wanting to hear. So,
oh my God, brilliant.
And talk with the people in the group.
Brilliant. Well, let's finish up on that note. Friends, can we please unmute all, give a thunderous round of applause? I got to get up in about 6 hours to jump on a plane. Love your work, everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Everyone. Thank you, Aileen. Thanks,
Aileen.
Bye.
Thank you.